Hello, I'm reviewing Superman to Superman 4 Quest for Peace. All the Superman movies was Christopher Reeve I'm reviewing in this video. The theatrical releases for each one. 4 installments there are. Movies. Through his run. I give them all 10 out of 10. I enjoy these Superman movies that much to give them a 10 out of 10. And the reason why, because this feels like this whole Superman saga with Christopher Reeve's Superman feels like a dedication, love letter to the Superman Silver Age. Superman. Is what Christopher Reeve's, the era of Christopher Reeve's is clearly taking inspiration the most from with the stories. That's when the stories were nonsensical and Superman could have pretty much any kind of random power out of the blue. They'll make him overpay and will be the solution to anything and any random luck to fix a quick problem. That's why in Superman 2, we see Superman kiss and wipe away Lois Lane's memory from the events of the previous first two Superman movies that happened in that happened right in between the story of world building of Superman 2. Superman 1 and Superman 2 take place in the same, relatively close together. In the same, Superman 2 takes place right after Lex Luthor has gone and put behind bars by Superman, and made the headline of the Daily Planet and of the ending of Superman 1 is the headline of Superman, is the headline for the Daily Planet for the next story for Superman, the printing on and explaining the movie, blah blah blah, of the opening scene of Superman 2 and the opening scenes of Superman 2, or why is this. And it's either, and also I really like how great these stories are. I really like how absurd and creative they are, but I also really like how Christopher Reeve plays the whole role straight the entire time in all 4 installments, and each one's plot gets more absurd and creative each time for each installment. Was the plot and what they do, was the ideas in the story. Sorry, I don't know what was wrong with the camera. So I really enjoy all 4 of these Superman movies, and I give them a 10 out of 10. I also really love Superman's Superman costume. I love how it's something right out of the comics. It's simple, and it's a Superman costume right out of the Superman comics, I loved it. I love Superman's costume that Christopher Reeve dons in all 4 installments. And I like the previous different costume he wore for Evil Superman that just has muted colors of the red and blue. I noticed that attention I noticed that it looks like a different costume, and then I found it actually is a different costume on this YouTube video I just stumbled upon I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was like a color. It was a lightning strike or it was a different costume. You know, I wasn't sure until I found out this YouTube video that is a different costume they made for Superman 3 with Evil Superman. Yeah, I like Superman 3 a lot. Superman 3 is where like this fake kryptonite gets handed to Superman by and kind of corrupts his mind, and the kryptonite is fake kryptonite, the off-brand of kryptonite that this comedian Richard Pryor plays. He plays this villain. This comedian Richard Pryor plays this villain that joins this gang because he's trying to get ahead in life and more money in the bank and retire earlier. So he's trying to get by in life basically. So he joins the villains and helps out the villains. And the villains this time are not really they're not really as cool as overpowered like Zod and his army from the Superman 2, or as you know, like or like Lex, and it's not Lex and his two idiots that follow him around in the first Superman movies, which were Miss Tessmacher and I forget what the other guy's name. What's his name? The fat one, henchman. I forget his name right now. The character's name. I liked him also, but the villains are not bad in the Superman 3. The addition not as memorable as a treat as the first two Superman villains had for ya. But I think they really upped the ante when up the excitement with the villains scale when they really introduced Nuclear Man in Superman 4. Thanks to Lex DNA and Superman's DNA, and the radiation from the sun, and mixed with the radiation from the blasts that from the nuclear. There was a bunch of nuclear weapons that got thrown into the sun by Superman, and that destroyed nuclear weapons. Fuck. What's off with my camera? I'm going to hang on. Holding this. Stupid. So, Superman is really the main villain of Superman 3. And basically, Superman and Superman fight each other in the middle of a junkyard surrounded by garbage. It's basically Evil Superman versus Superman dressed up as Clark. It is a pretty epic fight, I thought. It's the most brutal, epic fight in all of the Superman saga. And that's why Superman 3 is my favorite Superman movie, was Christopher Reeve. I think. My favorite one is the third one, or the first one, out of the theatrical cuts. It goes number 3, I think, with number 1, next, number 2, and last but not least, number 4 is and I love all of them. I also enjoyed the creative, funny moments it had in the movies, in these movies, of Superman movies, with Christopher Reeves. It has some good funny humor, but didn't last on the humor, as it became it didn't overstay its welcome to humor. It knew how to balance the humor out, and when it wanted to be, it knew how to be funny, but it didn't rely on jokes, tons of jokes, even though it did rely on a bunch of Silver Age logic, but it took the Silver Age logic seriously and made Christopher Reeves play it straight. And I think that is awesome. And this is actually I think this is actually awesome. Based off what I know of Superman from the Silver Age, I think that Christopher Reeve adds a certain layer of depth and certainly of depth and humanity that wasn't really quite that based off what my understanding of Superman from the Silver Age wasn't really was really kind of, from what I understand, Silver Age Superman was mostly kind of stupid with the logic and world building I find to understand. And the comics I hear from Silver Age Superman, and that's what Christopher Reeve Superman is basically taking inspiration from. And I enjoy this franchise a lot for it taking inspiration from straight off Silver Age Superman and using the Silver Age logic and taking it seriously. And, you know, it kind of feels awesome and epic in a way that it pulled it off. That's why I give it a 10 out of 10. This Superman saga with Christopher Reeves Superman. All 4 of them get a 10 out of 10. The cinematic release of Superman movies. I give all 4 of them a 10 out of 10. I love each one of them. I'm not sure which one I'm not sure, on this, I forget what I was going to say, okay? I forget what I was going to say. I know I was talking about these movies, if I forget what I was going to say after that, okay? So, yeah, I give these movies a 10 out of 10. All 4 Superman movies with Christopher Reeves. Get a 10 out of 10 for me. Okay? And, goodbye. Subscribe. Grow my subscribers to subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. Like this video. Comment below, let me know what you thought of this video. If you enjoyed it. Bye.